Hello. Today I'd like to say a few words about my neat new SvBony F6 ED refractor. Now I have an 80 millimeter and I've spoken of it before. I wanted something with a broader field of view. The 80 has a 560 millimeter focal length. The 70 has a 420 millimeter focal length. So it gives you about 1/3 broader field of view. And the 80 runs at 5.6, f5.6. So it's about average. This runs at 4.8. It's above average as far as speed goes. Like the 80 and the 102 and the entire 503 series, it has a nice 2-speed rack and pinion focuser. It has a gradient on the focusing tube. It has a 2-inch to 1 1/4 converter. It has an extendable dew shield. It's light and easy to use. Now when you buy it, you won't get this dub bar. I put a new dub bar on it because I was planning on using a heavy camera back here sometimes, and it's difficult. This is difficult to balance if you have a heavy camera and a field reducer. You got a lot of weight on the back, so I needed a little bit longer dub bar. With this new dub bar, it won't rotate 360, but that's okay because I don't rotate it when I'm using it. Makes it easier for me to move from one target to the other. It has a competitor, I suppose you could say, and that's the brand new SvBony 70 millimeter. It's different in that it is a 6.78 focal ratio. By the way, with the field reducer on it, this has a 336 millimeter focal length. So it's has a lot broader field of view than the new 6.78 70 millimeter. The big selling point on the new one, which is longer, is that it has a built-in field flattener. I had a universal Founders field flattener I bought a couple of years ago. Works on everything F5 to F7. So that's what I use with it. If you were to get this, they cost about $300. The new one with the built-in field flattener costs about $400, but it does not have it's not a field reducer as well. You can buy this for $300, and a field flattener reducer runs you about $100, so it comes about the same. I went out last night. By the way, it's like 6 a.m. right now. I spent all night taking pictures using my 70 ED, my Founders 0.8 field reducer, this SvBony 705C camera, and for some of the pictures I used my neat Antlia quad band filter, but not all of them. I only use it for a couple. Yeah. Oh, and I use this mount right here. My Skywatcher Star Adventure GTI. It can easily handle this kind of weight. What I took pictures of was, and I'll show them here, I took a photo of the moon, and then I took a photo of the moon up close, enlarged, bigger. I didn't use a Barlow. Instead, I just used a 1920 by 1080 area of interest. You can do that with some software. I zoomed in. I did use the planetary stacking and enhancing feature of SharpCat Pro, so it comes out a little sharper, better focused. I wanted to take an open cluster, a closed cluster, globular cluster, a emission nebula, a planetary nebula, and a galaxy. That way you can get a kind of an idea as to what you can take pictures of with something in every category. For the open cluster, I chose the double cluster, C14. As you can see, it came out kind of nice. Now, I don't normally do post-processing, but the moon was out tonight, and it was kind of bright, so I was getting some moon gradient everywhere except when I was using the quad band filter, and the quad band filter messes with the colors a little bit. So I did, for everything except the moon, I did use background removal. I got rid of all the gradients and this stuff. I don't normally, as I said, do post-processing, but I really needed to because it would make the camera and the telescope look bad if I didn't. So I got the double cluster here. Looks kind of nice. I have M15, the globular cluster in Pegasus. Now I took this, actually I took two photos, but I'm only going to show the regular one. I took one closer up. It didn't come out as well as I would have liked. But it's a globular cluster. I suppose you could use a Barlow lens on it if you wanted to get closer. For my emission nebula, I used the quad band filter on this to draw out the nebulosity. I did the bubble nebula. And there's actually another smaller nebula nearby it and an open cluster that just happened to be in the same photograph with it. It came out okay though. For my planetary nebula, I did M27, which is kind of nice. Some of these, by the way, and that's only 70 millimeter aperture. It's not, you know, a light bucket, but for some of these, I could see it with that 1/2 second exposure. When I'm zooming over there trying to center the target, I have it set a 1/2 second exposure. So I can see the stars moving around. And for the C14 double cluster, M15 globular cluster, and M27 and M31, I could see them even though it's only 70 millimeters. So it's got pretty good views for a small aperture telescope. Anyway, after the bubble nebula and the M27, I was wanting to do M33. I always have a real hard time photographing M33, triangulum. It just doesn't want to come out good. The one time I did ever get a pretty good picture of it was with my Orion 130 millimeter Newtonian. For some reason it came out good that night. And since I wanted to get 3 full hours in on this, and I did, here it is. It looks kind of okay, I guess. I also went ahead and did M31. Now I did M31, these were all 15 minutes except for M33 and M31. Galaxies take a long time. These star clusters and stuff, and even emission nebulas you can pick up pretty quickly. The M33, in order to get a full 3 hours there, I was only able to get 68 minutes on M31 because I had to switch over really quick. I didn't have time to change anything out. And that's why when you look at M31 here, you'll see that my 705 didn't have a broad enough field of view to get the whole galaxy. If I were going to do the whole galaxy at M31, I would have switched from my 705 to my 605, which has twice the field of view. But still, M31 came out kind of okay. And that's what I did all night, and then I figured, well, let's go ahead and do a little video here where I explain what I took pictures of, and explain this neat new telescope, why I bought it, and how it's good. It's good because it's light. With this and this, and the counterweight, a 4-pound counterweight, I actually carry all that outside, and did with less trouble than just my CG4 mount and no counterweight. So that thing is heavy, and I've been down on my back all week. So this was a good time to go ahead and test this little light thing. In any event, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have anything to add or any questions, put them in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed, it would be awfully nice if you did. And if you, either way, I wouldn't mind it if you gave me a thumbs up, say you liked it. And that's all I have for now, so until I see you again, happy trails.